Hi, welcome to Silver Lining Moments. My name is Carrie, and I created Silver Lining Moments as a space for conversations, ideas, and energy that comes together to expand love and light in our world. In this space, where I have videos that are going to be on YouTube or Facebook and eventually a podcast that you can get in any podcast directory, I'm going to have conversations with people who I met from all over the world. And these are conversations that I have found personally just interesting, amazing. They are with people who I personally met and people who inspire me, people who just are doing a lot of good things in this world, who have come into my life and have given me evidence and reassurance of the goodness and kindness of humanity. And so I hope that by listening to these conversations, that they help fill your day or the moment in which you're listening to it with the same type of reassurance of goodness. And they fill your hearts with love and light. And if nothing else, it just gives you a pause from your busy day. I wanted to take a moment and just explain how this came about and how does all of this come together to expand love and light in the world. And the first thing is, how did it come about? It really came about as I'm trying to find my place. How can I have a positive impact in the world? And one thing that I enjoy and I love is meeting with people. And I have some really great conversations with people once I do meet them. Conversations that I feel connected, they feel connected. Strangers, within minutes were like filled with laughter. Many of these interviews that I have, they're ending with us giving each other hugs, and they've become life friends of mine. Now, I will give a little, while I'm very good at having great conversations and connecting with people, there is a difference between having that conversation and capturing it on video. So for some reason with me, once I press record, everyone gets a little awkward. That will get better with time. I know it will. It's a skill. It's a new skill. It's something just to get used to. So this is my way of saying, if you're listening to this now, the first couple of videos, my skill set as an interviewer of being natural and being able to capture the amazingness of the conversations that I have in person is still growing. But stick with me, stick with us. Independent of my skill set is capturing those amazing moments, the people who I'm interviewing, who I want to introduce you to, they already are amazing. They are doing good things. And as I continue with the podcast, I'm sure being able to capture the moments that I have in real life, being able to capture that to share with you will get better. So that's one thing I wanted to say. The other thing I wanted to say, how does this serve? How does me having conversations with interesting and good people help expand love and light in the world and make a positive impact? And it just comes down to what I'm sure we've read before. I know, and my firm belief that what we put our focus on and our attention on, that is what grows. What we give energy to, that is what grows. So as I have these conversations with these people, and I am reassured in the kindness of humanity, I am putting focus on the kindness of humanity. As you're listening to these conversations, you are putting focus on the love and light that these individuals show in their daily lives. And you will see many of them, I'm pausing here because they're ordinary people doing extraordinary things. So in that one sentence, I don't think anyone's ordinary. I think we're all extraordinary. And I think every extraordinary person or every extraordinary thing is around us in our everyday ordinary life. So when we look how does this expand? In these conversations, and with you listening, and with the people that we're having these conversations with. We're coming together, we're connecting. We are focusing on love and light. We are putting our energy on love and light, and the love and light expands. It's that simple. So now I want to take a second and explain what is it about Silver Lining Moments, and why did I start Silver Lining Moments, or decide to use Silver Lining Moments as the name for this space that I'm creating. In one aspect, this podcast is a silver lining moment from my life. I've had the idea for this podcast a few years ago, and it's a result of a time in my life where I was in a very dark space through moments in my life where a series of losses just seemed like they were getting worse and worse. And I was in a space where I was just stuck, but I had this idea to go on this journey, to travel around the world, to volunteer and meet people. And even then, the purpose of my journey, before I even started it, with the very idea, was to pause and reset my life and to expand love and light in the world. That is a result of a tough time in my life where I was stuck, but the idea of this journey gave me light. And as I put the reset into the light, and now it's time to press play and go forward and to expand the love and light. Along my journey, I met so many people who came into my path, who helped me, who fed me, who gave me shelter, who volunteered with me, who had conversations of meaningful conversations, the type of conversations that make you think, and the type of conversations that make you feel engaged in life. All of that was that, and now it's time to expand that and to share it with you. So how does this come back to what is a silver lining moment? We all know the phrase, for every cloud, or every cloud has a silver lining. It's that idea, but it's bigger than that. If we look at a cloud and we see the silver lining, at first we see the lining and we think it's just a slight lining around the cloud. But when we really, really look at it, we see that the cloud is small, and the light, although the lining around the cloud is actually behind the cloud, around the cloud is temporary. The light is not. The light is permanent. The cloud is small. The light is limitless. And so are the silver linings in our lives. The silver lining is the light that reassures us of goodness. It is the moments, so this is where the moments come in. It are the silver lining moments. The moments are those that remind us of the light in the world. And that light comes to us in many different forms. These are just some of the forms a silver lining moment can take. There is no limit, just like the light behind a cloud. There is no limit on how a silver lining moment shows up. And because they are like the light behind the cloud, they are always there. In good times, we have silver lining moments, and in bad times, we have silver lining moments. In the bad times, the silver lining moments pulls us through, gets us to the other side. And this is what I wanted to say, what I feel about silver lining moments. It's a practice of gratitude and resilience. And like any practice, the more we do it, the stronger and the better we get at it. So by finding the silver lining moments in the everyday life, by finding the silver lining moments when everything is good, when we're going through a cloudy time, our ability and our practice is strong. We'll be able to reset, learn, heal from the bad and being from those bad moments, from any hurt, from any pain, and be reassured in our light and in the light of others, and that helps us heal. I do want to step back for 1 second and say finding silver lining moments, focusing on the silver lining moments does not undo any pain that we may experience or the painful situation, doesn't undo the harm that someone may have caused us, or it doesn't even make it okay that they did it. But what finding the silver lining moments does is it helps us realize that we are bigger than the trauma or the pain or the injury or the injustice done to us. We are bigger than that. And we are stronger and we are filled with light. And when those things happen, we can say, it's okay. I'm okay. I'm not alone. And I am grateful for the lessons that I have learned from this experience. And now I can grow from it. So that's my big picture of silver lining moments, what a silver lining moment is. Going back to why I'm naming this podcast series and the ideas and other conversations and guided journal that I've also written, why they all come under the name Silver Lining Moments is it's just, I want to build upon that practice of gratitude and resilience. And I think by sharing our experiences and our stories with each other, we connect with each other. We help each other. And we're going to go back to the whole purpose of this. We expand the love and light in the world by expanding it within ourselves and connecting with each other. So what I want you to do between now and next week is when I'm going to post my first conversation, a recorded conversation. Before then, I want you to sit back and see how many silver lining moments you can find in your life. Every day you can find some. See how many you can find. And if you can, post or share them. If you're listening to this or watching this on YouTube, maybe post your silver lining moments in the comment section. Or if you're listening to this on Facebook, post it there. And I want to show you what's up for next week. The Silver Lining Moments launches its first recorded interview or recorded conversation with Eddie Chaffetz and Katie Eichenhauer, a father and daughter from my hometown of Aurora, Ohio, and who work with Believe in Dreams, an organization that helps fulfill dreams for resilient kids in the northeastern Ohio area. And that is going to be published next week on December 1st, 2018. So until then, thank you for listening, and thank you for being a part of this, and may we all come together to expand love and light in the world.